Hey guys, it is I, Blu-ray Productions, and if you have been involved in LEGO, mainly Star Wars, for the past 3 years, you've probably seen this set 75311 Imperial Armored Marauder, and currently it's retired, but in this video, I want to talk about why it is probably one of the best play sets that LEGO's ever made. And I don't mean like design-wise, but I mean design as well, but I mean as a play set for what it's intended to play with, and for 8-year-olds. That's what it says on the box. That's what it's made for. So this, when I'm going to be reviewing it or talking about it, keep in mind this is like if an 8-year-old was going to play with this, why is it a good set? Not if it's like a 23-year-old trying to display this. Those are two very different things. So with that out of the way, this set, I believe, was released in 2021 for the Summer Wave. And when it was released, I loved this set and I still love this set. And for good reason. Now, it's not the most accurate set, clearly, but an 8-year-old is not going to be like dissecting this set, saying, oh, the artillery stormtrooper wasn't in this scene. There was more than 2 stormtroopers. The box art is wrong. The cannons are too bulky or something like that. 8-year-olds are not going to be thinking that. So I think, of course, LEGO has some problems with accuracy, but this one, I think it's like adding a mortar trooper is not a bad thing. It's a cool minifigure. So I don't think 8-year-olds are going to complain that they're getting an extra cool minifigure, even if it's not accurate. Yes, in this scene, there was Cara Dune and the blue person, I forget his name, and technically there weren't any stormtroopers, instead there were scout troopers, but who cares? It's for 8-year-olds. So I think that's something you have to consider when reviewing or like grading a play set. It's made for play, it's made for like children, and they're really not gonna care if it's a stormtrooper rather than a scout trooper, if this scene isn't accurate, unless they're like some sort of diehard Star Wars fan at 6 years old. It really shouldn't be a problem for most children. Taking a look at the back of the box, it's a pretty good box. It just shows everything, and I think kids looking at this will actually be quite happy. I mean, it shows most of the play features. It has 1, I guess 2, there's the opening at the top from the front, 3, 4, and then 5 here. There's a lot of little open flaps where you can store items or minifigures, which I think kids will love, because I mean, I don't know, when I was a kid and I was like playing with Lego, I would just love having little doors where you could fit people or things, and I believe most children are like that, just wanting to have extra little play features. And this set does it in such a way that you have a lot of play features in this little set. Like, it's not that small, but it is a relatively small set. It was one of the smaller ones from that wave, yet it still doesn't take away from the actual look. I'll talk about more of that when we have the actual set in hand, but so far we can just see most of them. And I forgot to say at the beginning, but it does come with Greef Karga, who I think actually looks really nice. A mortar artillery trooper, however you want to call it, who also looks pretty good. Again, it does have the newer helmet mold, and obviously I would love the older one. This one is starting to grow on me, as I'm probably never going to like it as much as the old one, but it's okay. I think we have to just adapt now. And the 2 regular stormtroopers, can't really be mad about that. But yeah, let's have a look at the actual set now. So here it is, and well, it is a really nice set, and we can tell, but like, it's decently big. Like, for a speeder, it's actually quite nice because it's not thin, like it's quite thick, and when you're playing with it, it feels like you're holding like quite a lot, and I think kids would appreciate that quite a bit. There's a little seat here with the control pad right there. If we just get Greef Karga, we can put him right here like that, and it actually looks quite nice. You can slightly see him. I don't know if you can in this lighting, but there's that. There are 2 stud shooters at the front. I don't think I have them with me right now, but you know how stud shooters work. Kids will love them. There's little cannons. We have this little opening here as presented on the box where he's supposed to be. And I don't remember the scene. I mean, I think I do, where he was like peeking out, maybe, I forget. I haven't actually seen that episode in quite a while, but it is a decent feature, I guess, and it hides away quite nicely. That's another thing that I love about this set, is that it has quite a lot of play features, but they're all so compact that it doesn't take away from the look. Like when you look at this, it looks like a play set, but I guess mainly because of the cannons, but it also looks quite nice. Like, if I don't build MOCs that often, but if I would be more than happy for adding this. Maybe remove the stud shooters at the front and the back, but overall it does look really nice. It has a little opening here where you can probably fit a minifig or two, and I think it's the same at the bottom, yeah, on the other side, so you can kind of have a look through there. It looks quite nice, and it opens and it closes quite smoothly. There's two little rotary turrets or cannons, however you want to say. They don't actually shoot anything, but you're a kid, you're probably going to imagine that they're shooting something. Here is a nice flap that actually looks quite nice for 2 seats. I think actually now I just realized the back one might be used for the mortar trooper because there's some extra space, because he has that extra thick backpack or whatever it is at the back. Oh. But and then there's an extra seat, probably just for a regular stormtrooper. Here, if we open this flap, there are one on each side. We can find this little Imperial box. Actually, has quite nice printing. Nothing inside, but you can probably put like a thermal detonator, a blaster, or whatever you are playing with at that time. Yeah, quite nice. At the back, there are just 6 blue studs, or I guess hollow studs. I'm not really sure how they're called, but they're translucent studs to show the engine. Another little flap here. This is another little rotary stud shooter turret, but a really cool thing is when you open this whole door down, which actually looks quite nice, you can fit a minifigure in there, close it up, and then when, I don't know if you can see him very well, but when he moves, I think it's a bit dark. But anyway, when the turret moves, so does Greef Karga. So if you're playing with this, you can kind of see his head move as the turret moves, which is quite a nice little feature. I guess kids will appreciate, which again, I think kids, when you're buying this, will appreciate the play features more rather than the actual design, even though this set does both perfectly. So I think overall, this set, I mean, it comes with 4 minifigures for $40 US, which I believe is what it released for, which it is on the more expensive side, but I still think that it's decent, especially considering some of the prices released today, especially for these like junior 4+ sets. Oh my god, the prices are crazy, but it still is a decent price. Of course, now it is retired and you're probably going to be paying a lot more on the aftermarket, but if you did have a chance to pick it up, and if you still do have a chance to pick this up like somewhere for a decent price, I definitely recommend, because this is also a really good army builder in the sense that you can probably buy it, keep these, and then sell Greef Karga. That's what I do, because I have a few of these, and then of course keep this build unless you don't want it. But it is a really nice build, and even for army building, I don't think that's what it's intended for, but if you're going to use this for army building, it is actually quite a nice set. And even I guess 8-year-olds probably won't be doing that, but this set, not alone is it like a good set for children just because of the amount of play features and how much is hidden, but also for AFOLs or adult fans of Lego, because this is a great army builder. It's a great looking set. It has some decent minifigures. Not the most accurate, by all means it really isn't. Like they probably should have, I mean, they should have included some Scat Troopers and then maybe Cara Dune and the Mithril. I think that's, I forget the name, the Mithril, the blue person, you know what I'm talking about. And then maybe it would have been more accurate, but I still think it wouldn't have changed a thing. It's still a wonderful set. And I do think that if they should release more sets like this. I think they did recently, I'm not sure if it's retired yet, but with the, was it? Yeah, the Republic tank with the Mace Windu Legion, that was similar to this, similar price range. You get one build, you get a couple of bad guys, a couple of good guys. I think in that case, there was more good guys and bad guys, the Republic troopers. But still, anyway, this type of set is perfect for most children. And I think if you do find the chance to pick this up, then definitely do. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I hope you like this little mini review slash argument to why this is one of the best play sets. Of course, for this scale, there are probably a lot more depending what you consider to be play sets, but for this price, for this size, it is almost perfect. I think they maybe could have included one more like person with Grief Karga, like either Cara Dune or the Mithril would have been quite nice. But it's still a really good set, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, it really helps out this tiny channel. But yeah, I'll probably do some more reviews like this, but if there are any sets you want me to review, just let me know in the comments and I'll try to get to that as quick as possible. See you in the next one. Bye.